focus of this presentation is to provide you with an introduction to classroom-based assessments in RE. To begin, we will first of all briefly recap on the framework for junior cycle, which has introduced a dual approach to assessment that supports student learning over the 3 years of the junior cycle. This particular approach reduces the focus on one externally assessed examination as a means of assessing students and increases the prominence given to classroom-based assessment and formative assessment. This change of emphasis arises from an acknowledgement that students learn best when teachers provide feedback that helps students to understand how their learning can be improved. Students have important formative assessment opportunities across the 3 years through units of learning. The CBA is a continuation of and further development on the type of approach taken in teaching, learning, and assessment within units of learning. There are 4 scheduled assessment opportunities which students engage in during their 3 years of study: CBA 1, CBA 2, the assessment task which is based on CBA 2, and the final examination. In 2022, however, there will not be an assessment task, and the final summative examination will be 100% of the grade achieved. It's important to remember, however, that CBAs are not just about assessment, but that they are a key part of teaching and learning. Classroom-based assessments in RE are specified at a common level. They are included within the time allocated for religious education, which is a minimum of 200 hours. All of these are reported on to parents and students through the junior cycle profile of achievement. Prior to delving into the CBA process itself, we might consider and reflect on the rationale and value of engaging in the CBA process. On screen are some of the potential benefits of the CBA process, including student engagement and enjoyment, and an opportunity for them to indulge their interest through student voice and choice. CBA engagement also fosters and develops valuable transferable skills that can help students engage in other subject CBAs, where they also engage in research, reflection, and reporting. The role of the teacher then over the 3-week CBA process is to clarify the title and focus of the CBA. They also should observe student research and provide ongoing formative feedback. Teachers may also use the NCCA examples of student work to clarify the meaning and interpretation of the features of quality to students. Teachers should provide formative feedback to students at key moments over the 3-week period to move the students' learning forward. They should also provide supports for students with special educational needs as normal to maintain inclusivity. The NCCA publish assessment guidelines in each subject to support teachers in assessing the CBAs in their subject based on the learning that takes place within a defined period in their classroom. As you're already aware, the NCCA guidelines for RE provide guidance for teachers and students regarding both CBA 1, person of commitment, and CBA 2, the human search for meaning. The classroom-based assessments allow students to demonstrate their understanding of concepts and skills and their ability to apply them in ways that may not be possible in an externally assessed examination. They are also used in the assessment of learning in subjects and in short courses. CBAs are assessed by the students' teachers, and the descriptors awarded are reported to students, parents, guardians during the junior cycle using the normal school reporting procedures and in the junior cycle profile of achievement. Before you commence any preparation for classroom-based assessments, we do recommend you download the assessment guidelines from curriculumonline.ie. The assessment guidelines are living documents, so you do need to download them each year before commencing work on CBAs to ensure you have the most recent one. The NCCA have taken on board feedback from teachers who completed CBA 1 and the other education stakeholders to provide greater clarity and focus for the CBA process. So this summer, the junior cycle religious education guidelines for the classroom-based assessments were revised, the current edition being July 2021. The assessment guidelines tell us it is advisable that students start considering a focus for their study shortly before the 3-week period of work on the assessment begins, and are encouraged to select a focus that is of genuine interest to them. From the outset, students should be familiar with the features of quality that will be used to judge the quality of their work. In normal formative assessment, success criteria support student understanding of our expectations. When it comes to a CBA, Students are by that stage used to self or peer assessing. Features of quality function in a similar way, but are indicators of the national standard as set down by the NCCA for the CBA. The features of quality for CBA 1 are found on pages 19 and 20 of the assessment guidelines. These can be shared and discussed with the students before they begin their CBAs. The features of quality are focused on research, reflection, and reporting. It is important to develop these skills incrementally over the 3 years of junior cycle. Formative feedback from CBA 1 and throughout units of learning prior to this CBA will support this. On our website, we have a webinar and resources to help develop research skills in RE. We have also our research poster and a guide to research validity for students under the resources tab on jct.ie. It is worth reminding students of the knowledge and skills they have developed that will help them navigate their CBA 1 and CBA 2 research. It is a good opportunity for them to reflect on the formative feedback you've provided from previous research and presentations. Under the 2020 to 21 CPD section of our website, you'll find a section called Reflection in RE that further supports this. While the assessment guidelines are written for teachers, there are also pages that are very useful for students. In light of the revised assessment guidelines, we have designed new CBA resources and supports that can be shared with your students. We designed these new supports for CBA 1 and CBA 2 so they can be used throughout the various stages of the CBA process. While this is a support for students, it is also a useful guide for teachers. You will find them on our website under the Assessment tab. For further support, see the specific tabs for CBA 1 and CBA 2 on our website.